Sooner, everybody. It's time for the women's basketball team to try and get back on track after losing on the road last weekend. This week, the Sooners will have 2 games in women's basketball at Samford and Texas Tech in Lubbock. Now, before we even get to the breakdown of the Samford game, as before, I apologize for doing this so early, a little earlier than usual. But with me going to the Sugar Bowl, I have to pack and do all my things on Monday. So the pregame would probably be done by Sunday afternoon anyway, with the Samford game being on Sunday. But I really had to punch it through. Really had to make sure I really got it up before I left. So I apologize. But there are 2 games, and it is Samford in Norman and then Texas Tech in Lubbock. They try to bounce back after losing on the road in New York, Poughkeepsie, New York, when Samford comes in. Samford at Oklahoma, the Bulldogs from 2012. They went 15-16, losing in the SoCon Conference Tourney second round to Alon by 10, 70-60. Their head coach, Mike Morris, in his 11th year with the Bulldogs, with 197 wins to 137 losses, winning percentage at .590, all at Samford. The leading returning scorers for Samford, number 10, Reese Taylor, and 20, Shelby Campbell. Starting with number 10, Reese Taylor. Reese averaged points per ball game is 10.42 last season, while averaging 2.61 assists and 3.61 rebounds per ball game last year for the Dogs. While number 20, Shelby, averaged 9.27 points per ball game last year, with 2.18 assists per ball game and 3.82 rebounds per ball game last year for the Bulldogs. As far as the Oklahoma Sooners of 2012, they went 24-11, losing in the Sweet 16 round to Tennessee, 74-59 in the Chesapeake Energy Arena. They are under the direction of Sherry Cole in her 18th year at the University of Oklahoma. In the 17-year history of Sherry Cole, she averaged 381 wins with 179 losses, with a winning percentage of .680, with all 18 years, being at OU. The returning leaders and scorers for each side, number 3, Erin Ellenberg, and number 4, Nicole Griffin for Oklahoma. Erin Ellenberg, number 3, she averaged 8.69 points per ball game last year for the Sooners, while averaging right at 2 assists per ball game and 3.34 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. While number 4, Nicole Griffin, averaged points per ball game was at 11.26. Assists per ball game is at 0.91, and rebounds at 4.89. At the University of Oklahoma. Next, the Oklahoma Sooners head down to Lubbock on the night of the Sugar Bowl. I will try to keep it up. If you're going to be like me and you're going to be at the game, I do believe you can follow the team on Twitter at SoonerFanOK, and you can tweet it, and they'll keep you tweetly updated. I'm going to try to find out where you can, or if you can get the radio broadcast, Brian Brinkley and Sherry's son Colton Cole. I'm going to see if I can get that in Louisiana. If I can, I'm going to be like super excited, okay? I'm not even going to tell you how excited I'm going to be about that. But as far as this side of Oklahoma, it will be the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Tech Red Raiders, while Oklahoma is placing Alabama. The Raiders finished 21-11 last year, losing in the first round in Lubbock to South Florida. In what I love to call this in men or women as a barn burner, and one of those classic 1-point wins, 70-71. I love those games. Caddy Whitaker is their head coach. In her first year with the Red Raiders, she's replacing Christy Curry, who is now hilariously at Alabama. Katie Whitaker is in her first year, so she doesn't have a winning or losing record as far as this is concerned to go back on. But I will tell you, she has some credentials. She was on the OSU staff the last couple of years with Coach Little and that issue. So, and they've been to the tournament a couple of years. They've even beaten Oklahoma a couple of years. So she surrounds herself with winning, and she's from that area. She's from Lubbock. So I have a feeling that that's going to be a home run done there. Her Katie White's returning leaders. Number 14, Kelsey Baker. And number 12, Alvy Battle. First of all, number 41, Amber Battle. Number 41, Kelsey Baker last year averaged 10.72 points per ball game, while averaging 1.34 assists per ball game and 5.59 rebounds per ball game last year for the Raiders. While number 12, Amber Battle, she averaged 7.88 points per ball game, 0.75 assists per ball game, and 2.63 rebounds per ball game last year for the for the Raiders. As far as the Sooners of 2012, they were at 24-11 last year, losing in the Sweet 16 to the University of Tennessee in the Chesapeake Energy Arena, 74-59. Under the direction of Sherry Cole in her 18th year at OU, in the 17 previous years, has a winning percentage of .680 with 381 wins and 179 losses, all at OU. Her returning scorers are number 3, Erin Ellenberg, and number 4, Nicole Griffin. Starting with number 3, Erin Ellenberg, she averaged 18.69 points per ball game last year for the Sooners, while averaging 2 assists per ball game and 3.34 rebounds per ball game last year for OU. Nicole Griffin, she averaged 11.26 points per ball game, along with a 0.91 assist per ball game average and 4.89 rebound per ball game average for the Sooners. All right. Well, keep y'all updated. Follow me on Twitter at SoonerFanOK. You can find me on Facebook. Look for Harry James Taylor. You'll find me if you want to do that. But as always, Boomer Sooner, everyone. Take care.